The fact that this meeting is happening is significant in itself, isn't it, Anthony?
It certainly is. There are numerous challenges that remain, but those challenges aside for a moment, this is a significant step. It's significant because while both sides, the US and Iran, are demanding that the other side make a significant step. In the case of the US, they're saying that Iran has to make a significant step in terms of returning to the parameters of the original deal, while Iran is saying that the US needs to start lifting sanctions for it to talk face-to-face with it. Nonetheless, they are participating again in a conversation process. They won't be meeting face-to-face. They won't be sitting in the same room, but their representatives are back in Vienna 5 years or so, 5 or 6 years just after the original deal was signed in 2015. So that deal torn up by the Trump administration, effectively a period of enormous uncertainty that followed, and now a process at least re-established. They won't be meeting face to face, but they are here in Vienna, and so that in and of itself, given the fact that there have been these public face demands made of one another, does prove, I think, a degree of flexibility. So you've got those demands, but at the same time, they're not saying, well, we won't participate in the process at all. We won't come to Vienna. We won't allow the EU to act as an intermediary. So mixed messages on the one hand, but this is certainly a significant step.
So, Anthony, what will be the major obstacles?
There really is a gulf, if you will, between this important step and a return to the original deal. Why? Because things have changed in the meantime. Iran has taken certain steps to reverse its commitments under the deal in terms of the amount of uranium it enriches, but also in terms of access granted to inspectors from the International Atomic Energy Agency. Just a few weeks ago, we had a press conference by its Director General saying that a temporary mechanism had been put in place to allow the inspectors continued access of sorts, but certainly not within the same kind of parameters as had existed under the deal. So we see a backsliding there of Iran's commitments that had in turn led to increased anxiety across the board about what exactly it is and was up to in the meantime in terms of its nuclear activities. So there are major challenges that remain. There is an election coming up in Iran, and there's a sense that if nothing moves forward before that election, then things could founder again. So that's also a complexity that is faced. And of course, on the US side, there's a sense that what can't happen is allowing Iran to make demands without any concessions on its part.